In this video, I'm going to take you through how I launched a community-based mastermind for sales professionals. I'm going to take you through the step-by-step on what I did in order to get it in front of the right people in the first place. And over the last 12 months has done well over 6 figures. So the step-by-step breakdown on this is going to be really helpful if you're looking to launch your own offer in some way. Now, if you're new to this channel, my name's Pat. I run sales teams and consult with 7- and 8-figure online businesses. And one of the things that I've really done poorly in the last 12 months is share the documented journey that I've had. And one of the things I want to concentrate on for 2025 is sharing more and about the businesses and the projects that I'm involved with, so that I can share in public as I go, and people can learn and I can share my learnings in that way. Now, to take a step back, the collective community is something that I launched in January 1st, 2024. And it's aimed at sales professionals who are wanting to take the next steps into their career, whether that be getting to sales management, getting into equity deals, joint venture partnerships, consulting, or running their own offers. And it's very much focused on peer-to-peer knowledge share. So not necessarily reliant on one person to give all the knowledge. It's very much a community-based knowledge share community, and also a mastermind, given the way that we've run along the way. But in this particular document that I'm going to share with you, it has the breakdown of the steps that I took from the very 1st of January over the next couple of months, and how it generated nearly 50 members in the first 2 months of this being launched. So this is the document itself. If you would like a copy of this, there is a link in the bottom of this video. You can grab it for yourself, and there's some other resources that you can get through in that. But this is the blueprint that I used. Again, there's quite a few steps. I won't read it word for word. You can kind of go through it, but I'll do the main bullets. Step one, in launching anything, and every time I've worked with a business where I'm consulting or having a look at their sales processes, I'm always looking at the avatar. I think it's the most important. So for me, I started with the who, and for most part, the who for me was sales professionals who were looking to get to the next stages of their career. But I think an extra step that really helps define your avatar, and it doesn't mean necessarily that you niche down really far. It's just understanding the stages of your ideal client. So there's a couple of examples here. So for me, who was it that I was trying to serve? Sales professionals. And the key part of it is, what stage are they at in their life or in their career? So a couple of examples, if it's a doctor, what stage are they in their journey? They could be brand new doctors, doctors that have been 5 years into their journey. There are surgeons, they're specialists along the way, and you can really segment that. Now, there is a document called the Client Avatar Matrix. If you click on that document, it will show you this spreadsheet. And here it breaks down the avatar, the goals, challenges, and a suitable offer that you can give them. For most part, again, that's kind of where people build their ideal client profile. But if you want to take it a step further, then you break down the stage where your ideal client profile might be, and then you'll find a real good sweet spot. So in the case of sales professionals, there are different stages. There are those who want to be in sales. There are those who are new to sales and maybe already selling, maybe on their first offer. There are those who are experienced in sales. Then there are sales entrepreneurs, and there are those who are doing more than sales management, consulting, got their own offer, but still within that realm. So I found that this is really useful. I've recommended this to a lot of our members when launching their offers, and it just cuts the time in trying to figure out who it is that you're trying to service and sell to as well. So that would be the step one. I got this idea actually from Alan Sultanic. If you're not following him, find him on Facebook. Just an absolute genius when it comes to marketing. So this is inspired by one of his posts. The next thing that I did was to really talk to the people, talk to the potential clients that I'm going to be working with. There's no point in mapping something out, something that you feel is good, but doesn't really resonate with the wider audience. So what I've got in here was a way that I did some market research. It's a very subtle way of doing it. And the intention is always to do market research, but on the back of it, if the feedback is really good, then, I had something prepared. And that's exactly what happened. So But if we look at the particular post, you can find the original post here from the start of 2024, and I just break down in some of these highlights kind of what I was doing with the copy. Now, I'm not a copywriter in any way. I've just studied it, I've learnt it, and I've kind of adapted my own style to it. So if you go through that, there's calling out the avatar, what they want, what their challenges are. You can see each of the parts of the solution or in different parts of the copy where there's a slight CTA, a bit of scarcity and things like that. So that was the first post. Now, this particular post ended up in 25 book calls and 16 of our first members in the first 11 days of actually putting this post up. So it was an amazing kickstart. The first person that I had market research to asked what the offer was. I gave what the outline of the offer, and off they went. And then everyone else who asked to be pitched, I pitched them the idea. So first 16 came specifically from this post. The next thing then, and this can happen before or at the same time, is to research some business models. Research some businesses that you can model. I liked quite a few different community-based businesses. Ideally, you're looking at something that maybe is outside your industry so that you can take best practices and then adapt it to your own space. In this particular circumstance, there were two businesses that was very specific that I wanted to model, and that was Hampton. Hampton is a business, or it's a private community for founders, mainly in the American region, and they've got a great concept of having core groups, being able to focus on peer-to-peer learning. And what they modeled their business from is a company called Chief.com, which is a female executive version of a community, a private community where the most powerful executives like work together, network together. Again, peer-to-peer knowledge share, and a lot of their calls are facilitated by a professional who gets the most out of each group meeting. It's I think at the moment it's like $100 million company as a valuation. Maybe $1 billion valuation, because the last time I looked at it, they were doing about $80 million. So an amazing business. But again, if you have a particular type of community or something that you can model, it just gives you a bit of a head start. You can learn and adapt some of the things that we're already doing straight into yours. So that would be my step 3. Step 4, I just created what I called it's an imperfect game plan. It's not the perfect business plan that you would do with, your SWOT analysis and, everything else in terms of finances. I just kept it really simple. I asked myself these questions that listed on here. You can ask more if you like, but really what I wanted to do is have a look at what the goals of the business was. What's the big idea? How is it going to deliver it? And, what were sort of the marketing channels that I was going to use? So I just keep this document. It's still, on file, and we just rejig it as we go to make sure that we're still aligned and our actions and our, engagement with the community stays pretty strong. So you can have your own set of, your imperfect game plan, just enough to get you started. So that'd be step number 4. Step number 5. It's just working the angle that you're going to go in at. And the angle, when I think about it, is not so much that how can you be different, but what makes you unique. I think that's probably one of the things that everybody has, is they have some form of uniqueness about them. And it doesn't mean that you always have to try to find something you're different at to be able to stand out. And if you're not sure what makes you unique, you just have to look at your own experiences. So there's a couple of questions in here, and this is the easiest way. I've kind of figured this out anytime I get stuck. So for example, what failures have you had? What wins have you achieved? Answering those unique to your experience is going to give you the best angle. How do you deal with that? Or what are some of the things that worked or didn't work? How did you adopt it? How did you adapt some of the strategies maybe that you've learned, and in your own experience, what did you take out of it? So then using all of those, if you're going to lead, a private community or a business, or if you've got a coaching program that you want to run, these uniqueness that you have is what's going to attract the right type of person anyway, who are facing potentially the same things as you, and that you can pass on your knowledge to them and be able to help them along the way. So I found that, there's certain angles that I'd experienced a lot, and a lot of sales professionals through my research had also resonated with, and some of the strategies and some of the engagements. It's not so much that I was a better salesperson than them or better business person, but I just knew how to negotiate deals a little bit better. Maybe I'd done it a little bit different through equity deals, through co-launching offers or joint venture partnerships, and I was able to show them exactly how to do that. So that was kind of the uniqueness in it, and also just a bit different to most coaching programs for sales professionals, where a lot of the teachings is on how to get better at sales. A lot of the members are already very accomplished at sales. It's just what is the next step from them, other than just having their sales skills and how can they leverage that. So that was kind of the unique angle that we took. Next step after that is more market research. So in terms of then doing the action and doing the research on calls, the intention has to be to understand your potentially ideal client, and if not, why are they not an ideal client? So if you go in with those intentions, nothing can really go wrong. If you go in with the intention that you want to learn something and use it to be able to sign somebody, I don't feel that really works. Not really that ethical. So just always do what the call's about. If it's market research, and if they ask, kind of what the next steps are or what does it look like, then of course you got permission to sort of go through that. But take notes. What's the big problem? Are they problems that need to be solved now, or is it in the future? And what have they done to be able to fix those problems? I think if you go with those core three, then you start to open up more of the dialogue. You start to open up more of what you're thinking, which then leads into a good product market fit. So that would be the next thing. And then once you've done a whole bunch of research, so once I did the 25 calls and 16 came on board, I had a pretty good blueprint or a pretty good makeup of what was really important and what was the conversations that people were having in their minds right now. So then I went for another round of market research. You can see the post here. You can see the original post. Check it out. You can see all the comments and all the people that sort of came on board. But I break it down, and the main difference is this. So in the first in the first copy that I did, I was basically calling out sales professionals. But now, because I'd done so much more research and got more background, I was more specific. So, if you're a sales professional who wants to get paid more than just commission only, so then it's a better call out to the avatar, and it includes either a want or a challenge, and it's a bit better hook. The next part of it is a list of the things from the market research that I'd learnt. And, you can see some of the list here. Maybe they don't want to be taking sales calls. Maybe they have ideas of launching businesses. They want to explore different roles. Whatever it is to your avatar, you can have a lot more detail in the very beginning of your copy, especially when you're doing it the second time around. So again, I've highlighted a couple of things here. The solutions, the CTA, still the same. A little bit of scarcity, but not that much. But from this particular post in the middle, so towards the end of January, it really kickstarted, the interest in the community. By the time we finished February, we had signed, another 22 members in February, taking us to about 48 in total. And by the end of January, it was a really strong connection for people. There was a lot of buzz, and then this next stage is really what helped February sort of kick off to that really good number. So the referral strategy is a great acquisition strategy from the very beginning. So by the time I'd done the market research, it was pretty clear that people were, really looking for connection, and they were connected to a lot of people who wanted the same. So it only made sense to implement the referral strategy at the very beginning. Now, I think where most businesses get a little bit stuck is that they wait until, there's a lot of results, or not even results, but they just wait a little bit too long to ask for referrals. I think when you have a really good thing going and you're confident that you're going to deliver the right things, and you can help people get either feel really good about their decision to come on board and join the community, or you give them things that will help them win really quickly, then that's a good chance for them to be able to refer somebody. So with the referral strategy, it was pretty simple. We made an offer to give 20% of the membership fee as a referral fee to the members, and it worked really well. So in February, we ended up bringing on 22 new members, and 15 of those were referrals. And even up until now, in the last 12 months, 40% of our members have come from referrals. So, a lot of the things that we've done during the year, purely organic, no ads, referrals, combination of content, email, and mainly from my Facebook profile. So, that's been an awesome journey. Then step 9, if you want to then boost all the momentum that you have, again, if you're getting your clients and your members some really quick wins, is then to be able to share that along the way. So either you're sharing the wins, or you're getting your members to start sharing their experience, whether it's a win or some form of activity that's coming from the group. It's just great to then get the curiosity up. Then it'll tie in with some of the content that you're doing. If you're running ads, even better, because you can start using that. Like I said, we did all this purely organic, and it worked a treat. So social proof, create that content for curiosity, and you'll have people coming in some more. And then from there, really, it was just refining the business model, making sure that the delivery matched what the expectation was from the members of the community, not just in terms of what they liked and what they didn't like, but also how the community felt to be part of, to engage with. There was a couple of iterations that we made early on based on feedback about which platforms to use, where we used a platform called Mighty Networks in the beginning. I thought it was a great idea, but it was hard to switch people's habits from using Facebook and even the school communities. It was just hard. It's just another thing for them to log into. So I was pretty quick to move it across to a different platform. We ended up using Slack as our main channel for communication, because most sales professionals are living on Slack at the moment with their teams, and Facebook. It was just a native platform that they were logging into all the time. So again, and as the year sort of went on, we just kept making some iterations. I found things that worked really well. I found things that was not up to par, was not up to standard, and we just made quick decisions on how we could change that. Again, with consultation of the members of the community, so that you're always making adjustments that is direct feedback from members who are actually experiencing it. So that's it. That's the whole document. There's 10 steps in there from the very beginning stages. In the next videos, I want to share what the plan is for 2025, some of the things in terms of, building the collective community in public. It's not a business that is really going for volume or even revenue. It's a real passion side project that I have. I've got a lot of other things, that I do and I'm involved with. This is just a small part of it. Just so happens to create pretty good revenue and good connections, great opportunities for sales professionals. And hopefully, if this is something that you want to get into, something that you want to build for yourself, a community-based project that's maybe slightly different, these are some of the steps that can hopefully help. And if you like the video, like, subscribe, do all those things so you can keep up to date. Looking forward to generating more content, more building in public content on not just this project, but other projects that I have. Share the learnings that I have throughout the year. Hope it helps, and I will see you in the next video.